As Max prepared to shine, his gun protested, strike. His teammates got hurt one by one, and the intense firepower kept them down. The mechanical guards chased relentlessly, subdued them easily, moving agilely like dancers. Teammates quickly cleared the jammed shells and handed the gun back to Max, who popped up and aimed. At that moment, time seemed to slow down to a crawl. Bullets erupted from the barrel like a blockbuster movie effect, turning the robot into a teary-eyed smash. After dealing with the robot, the crew rushed to the boss, but another guard popped up with a bang, shooting him in the chest. Blood spurted like a tap. The mechanical guard, fearless, clawed his buddy through gunfire. Max erupted in rage. With his beefed-up mechanical strength, Max brutally dismantled the machine, and its head flew off like a lost frisbee. The big boss was gravely injured, hanging by a thread, frantically connecting a data cable to Max's brain interface. This race against time for data transfer can't afford to mess up. If the boss passes out, all their efforts would go down the drain. The minister was anxiously praying for divine intervention, hoping agents arrive soon. Data transfer completed, but technician panicked, finding it encrypted and useless. What do you mean? Can we decode this? Wait, can I give it a shot? That's your dad. Can I read it? What? Seeing the aged ship hovering, the technician thought about giving up, but was grabbed by Max, crying like if he couldn't reach paradise, he'd surely die. But it was futile. The technician turned and ran. Why not go to HQ? The ship floated down like a lost ghost, not immediately launching its weapons, but instead engaging in a cat-and-mouse game. The fastest technician became the first casualty, blasted into pieces by an agent's kick bomb. And then another one got blasted off like dice. For them, the mission was just a routine. The real thrill was in the hunt. Spotting Max and his buddy escaping, they finally drew their weapons to stop them, followed by the agent personally jumping down to brawl with Max. His armor was dazzlingly strong, like a wrestling show, knocking Max down, then pulling out a dagger to stab down hard. Watching Max too weak to fight back, the agent gleefully prepared to end the boring battle, thinking he was off to lose money back home. However, his buddy interrupted just in time, but despite firing several rounds, he was stabbed instead. Max was facing despair. His buddy joined voluntarily, claiming life on the ground was hopeless. He dragged him along, but the selfish price was death right there. Amid the smoke from the ship, Max hurried away. The reward from this mission was merely a worthless encrypted file. He honestly didn't know how to reverse his fate, but for them, it was all useless as the big boss succumbed to blood loss. To reboot Paradise and appoint a new president, they first needed to capture Max, who might have the reboot program in his brain. He ordered the agents to find Max at any cost, but not to hurt his brain. Max's injuries were worsening, growing weaker than a sick cat, but he dared not seek treatment, fearing surveillance. Pursuers neared. Max faced imminent capture. Fortunately, a selfless old lady helped him narrowly escape, while agent search remained fruitless. The agent erupted in fury, but his underling intercepted the data between the big boss and Max. The competitors were ecstatic. If they could get their hands on such confidential documents, they could threaten the minister, gain more benefits, or even become president themselves. Thus, the Alliance dispatched drones to bolster search while Max ahead was exhausted, teetering on death. Luckily, he finally waited for his ex-girlfriend to finish work, feeling like he had found a savior. Although they had long parted ways, his girlfriend set aside any grudges and warmly took him home, nursing him like a character from a Nazi film. She discovered Max's tattoo, a symbol of their childhood vows and pure love, now both vibrant in life. When she learned Max wanted to go to Paradise, she immediately asked to take her and their daughter, as the harsh environment had caused the daughter to get leukemia at an early age. She pleaded with Max for citizen privileges for her daughter, but Max flatly refused. All he wanted was to flee as quickly as possible. Every extra minute increased the risk, like a player breaking a game record. He didn't want to involve his girlfriend, but her child's look made him halt, unable to refuse this twisted bond. As she bandaged Max's arm, she ignored his impatience and began recounting the past stories. Once upon a time in a forest, there was a hungry little cat who couldn't reach the good fruit, so he made a tall friend to stand on his back to get a taste. Her plea was crystal clear, yet it couldn't stop Max from leaving. He was, after all, a rather selfish guy. He thought leaving promptly was the greatest kindness he could offer to avoid burdening them. Unfortunately, what goes round comes around, and the agent turned his attention to his girl. In a rage, the agent's complex emotions boiled over. She hesitated and got beaten. Realizing Max left alone, he cursed him for disloyalty. Seeing the woman desperately protecting her child, the agent felt compassion and took them aboard the ship for treatment. He even proposed to marry her, seeking survival in despair. Being with him was truly mind-boggling. Meanwhile, Max found his way to the tongue, activating Take Me to Paradise Now mode. However, for security, the minister declared Los Angeles a no-fly zone. No ship could take off till lifted. One little incident caused a commotion, leaving the tongue curious about the confidential documents. With the reboot sequence, they could control the system, turning Earthlings into Paradise citizens with equal perks. But Max didn't have much time left, couldn't wait that long, and didn't care about others' fates. He just wanted to save his own fading life. He decided to seek the agent, offering secrets in his head for his life, sparking away. A mob boss with such awareness, astonishing. After all, it was about saving the big picture, but unable to sway Max, he stuck a tracker on him and instructed his underlings to let